make it today dahil may emergency. But we have interesting topics kay Ma'am Castro, kay Atty. Topacio, marami parang story siya ngayon. Siya pala abogado ni Joel Reyes, ni Gob Reyes, tapos yung pagpwede pag-usapan natin yung Dengvaxia, at yung kay Harry Roque. Lagi pala yung advisory namin na lalambing ngayon. Madaming issues na pwedeng itatin si Atty. Topacio. But first, we'd like to listen to Party List Representative Castro na ipapaliwanag sa atin yung demand nila for an increase in the salaries of public school teachers. You recall na si Presidential Spokesman Harry Roque, yung pronouncement niya a few days ago, parang sigurado na halos double yung salaries ng public school teachers. Lumalabas pala according to DBM, walang pera. Meron pera para na sa polis at sa militar. Anyway, papaliwanag ni Congresswoman ang mga issues tungkol dito, complete with facts and figures regarding yung by the way, Atty. Gadon will join us later. I-update tayo doon sa kaso niya against Chief Justice Sereno. Ma'am.
Magandang umaga po. Salamat sa pagkakataon sa invitation dito sa ating sikat na media forum na ito. Natuwa ang mga kaguruan dun sa naging announcement ni President Duterte kaugnay ng pagtataas ng sweldo ng ating mga kaguruan dahil matagal-tagal na itong inaantay itong pangakong ito ni President Duterte. Kaya lang, noong mag-announce si Secretary Jokno na wala daw pera at hindi priority ang pagtaas ng sweldo ng mga teachers, sa ngayon ay sobrang aray ang karamdaman ng ating mga kaguruan. Dahil nga sa lahat po ng profesyon, ang mga kaguruan lang yung talaga pong kayod kalabaw, kung sabihin natin, ang ginagampanan nito sa eskwelahan. Halimbawa po, sa isang teacher, ang estudyante niya more than 50. Minsan nga, umaabot pa ng 90. So, ibig sabihin nito, yung katumbas na trabaho na ginagampanan ng mga kaguruan, ay, o ng isang guro, halimbawa, ay katumbas ito ng 2 guro na dapat na nagtuturo. Maliban pa dyan, ang mga kaguruan natin, yung bumibili ng sarili niyang mga supplies, sarili niyang mga materials na ginagamit sa kanyang mga pagtuturo, at iba pang mga trabaho na minsan ay hindi naman related sa kanyang trabaho. At marami rin tayong mga teachers, lalo-lalo na sa mga probinsya, na tumatawid dagat o tumatawid ng ilog o umaakyat ng mga bundok para lang mapuntahan yung mga eskwelahan natin. Kaya nga masayang-masaya ang mga kaguruan na siguro pag-asa na nila ito na nadinig ni President Duterte yung kanilang panawagan, matagal ng panawagan para sa pagtataas ng sweldo. Sa pagtataas ng sweldo ng ating mga kaguruan. Sa totoo lang, yung sinasabi ni Secretary Jokno na SSL4, tataas naman daw ang sweldo ng mga teachers due to SSL4, alam niyo po, magkano bang itataas ng sweldo ng mga teacher due to SSL4? Kulang-kulang na 500 pesos. To be exact, 487 para sa teacher 1. At ngayon, ang teacher 1, simula ng January, mula sa 19,620 last year, ay magiging 20,179. So, ito lang yung basic pay ng mga kaguruan o ng mga rank and file na teachers natin. Kung tatanggalin pa yung 9% na GSIS, yung pag-ibig, yung PhilHealth, ang net take home pay nito kung walang mga utang ay more or less mga 18,000. Kaya lang nakakapagtaka si Secretary Jokno kasi kinocompute niya ang salary ng teachers, sinama niya yung other benefits. Kaya nga lumalabas sa kanyang mga pronouncement, ang sahod na raw ng teacher o kompensasyon ng teacher ay 26,000 a month. So parang ano to parang misleading. Kasi pag kinocompute niya yung sundalo at mga militar, binibase niya sa basic pay. Pero pag kinocompute niya yung teachers, ang ginagamit niya yung base pay kasama ng other benefits. Kaya parang misleading itong ginagawa ng ating Secretary ng Budget, Department of Budget and Management, na si Secretary Jokno. So, ayun po. Kaya po napapanahon na talagang taasan na rin ang sweldo ng ating mga kaguruan. Ang panawagan nga namin bago ipasa yung pagtataas ng sweldo ng mga military at police, sana teachers and other government employees, kasi hindi lang naman mga militar o other uniform personnel o mga teachers ang tatamaan nitong bagong batas na ito na ipinatupad na ngayong January, yung trade. Bagamat sinasabing tataas daw yung net take-home pay ng teacher natin dito sa bagong skema ng pagbuwis etong trade. Ito rin kakainin din ng inflation. Kakainin din ito ng mga iba pang mga pagtaas ng mga bilihin. Bibigyan ko kayo ng example, sa isang teacher 3. So, ang isang teacher 3, step 2, ang basic pay niya ngayon ay 24,510. Ang kanyang magiging tax, dahil lalagpas ito sa 250,000, ang kanyang magiging tax ay 735 per month. Pero malaki nga itataas yun. Ang magiging dagdag sa net take-home pay ng isang teacher 3 ay 1,394. 1,394, pero ano ba yung aabutin sa isang buwan ng 1,394 na increase na isang teacher 3? Kung dadag ngayon, ako nga, halimbawa, nakatanggap na ng notice mula sa Maynila, natataas na rin daw yung tubig, presyo ng tubig. Nag-announce na rin ang Meralco na sa February tataas na yung presyo ng kuryente. Yung bigas tataas na rin. Ngayon, kahit na sinasabi ng ating DTI o yung iba pa nating ahensya ng gobyerno na sa mga gasolinahan hangga't hindi nauubos yung kanilang mga produkto na nabili pa before na ipatupad ito ay dapat yun pa rin ang magiging presyo. Pero hindi nangyari yon. January 1, nag-start na agad yung mga pagtaas ng mga pangunahing bilihin. So, kaya kami po, sampunang mga kaguruan natin, ating mga teachers, welcome po yung announcement ni President Duterte at sana, ang tanong nga, kailan at magkano. So, hindi naman masyadong ambisyoso ang mga guro. Ang gusto nga nila, kung hindi lang nasabing doble ni Secretary Roque, hindi na umasa Sana man lang, ang benchmark ay yung sa mga uniform personnel na 29,000. May bill din kami ni Congressman Tino na at least 25,000 na na-file pa yun noong 2010, simula ng 2010. So sana naman, sundin na ni Secretary Jokno yung inuutos ni President Duterte na humanap ng paraan na katulad ng ginawa niya sa ating mga kapulisan, katulad at saka ng mga military. Huwag na muna siguro siyang kumontra. Di ba? Alter ego lang naman ng ating presidente yung mga sekretary at ito ay kung tutuusin, kung talagang makaguro si Secretary Jokno, humanap po na siya ng paraan at hindi niya agad sinopla itong intensyon ng ating Pangulong Duterte para sa pagtaas ng sweldo ng mga teachers.
Pero sabi ni Hilario, wala talaga paano doon? Saan pupunin?
Sa amin po, as kongresista ng mga teachers, na nakakasama tayo sa deliberasyon ng mga budget, nung last year, meron daw mga around 500 to 600 billion ang BIR na uncollected taxes mula dun sa ating mga kumpanya o mga corporation na hindi nakakapagbayad ng tax. So, kung magiging efficient lang nga, sabi natin, kung magiging efficient lang ang ating BIR, ang ating DOC, malaki po yung ma-generate na. In fact, hindi na nga dapat na ipatupad yung excise tax kung talagang honest to goodness lang yung collection natin ng taxes. So, yun po, meron pong mga pondo sa mga hindi naman mga mahalagang bagay. So, halimbawa, katulad niyan, yung sa pagpapatupad ng martial law sa Mindanao, sabi ni Secretary Lorenzana, around 3 billion ang nagastos doon lang sa Marawi. So kung yung mga ganon na pwedeng pagkuhanan po ng mga pondo ng ating gobyerno. So, siguro naman, alam ba katulad ng ginamit sa mga military, yung MBPF, yung Miscellaneous Benefit for Personal Fund. Actually, ito ay dapat napakinabang ng lahat ng mga government employees. Pero concentrate lang ito sa ating mga kapatid na mga militar at pulis. So kung talaga pong gustuhin ng ating Department of Budget and Management at gusto niyang i-fulfill ang pangako ni President Duterte sa ating mga teachers, magagawa naman po siguro niya ito. So sa pagpasok po siguro ng budget na naman itong year na ito, so sana hiniling natin sa Department of Education, sa DBM, sa budget fall, may sama na yung pagtataas ng sweldo ng mga teachers.
Merong kinote na figure si Secretary Joe, no? Parang 800 billion a year. Ganun ba yung total na kinote ng figure?
Parang ang mga iba-iba Yung una niyang pronouncement ay 500 billion. Itong latest, ang nakuha namin ay mga 300 plus billion. Mukhang exaggerated ito doon din sa computation namin kasi kung ipapattern natin ito doon sa ginawa sa ating mga uniform personnel na kung saan ang dinoble ay yung sa mga rank and file. So kung gano'n yung pattern na gagawin, sa computation po namin, mga around 200 billion ang pwedeng magastos na fund po.
Ano ba yung point out na? Questions?
Tuloy mo rin yung savings ng Dengvaxia. Diba? Hindi naman lahat ang gastos
Oo, kasi isigilin pa natin, di ba? Yung Sanofi, ipapabalik yung pondo. Pwede rin po.
Ito sa na meron pang second package ang Comprehensive Tax Reform Program, which has to do with reducing or abolishing yung mga tax incentives para sa mga new industries na designed to raise then additional funds for infrastructure and salaries ng personnel. Pero kung ma-approve ito, next year na. So, doon siguro kukunin yung pondo para sa mga teachers.
Siguro, no? Kaya lang ang stand namin dito, dapat wag gawing sangkalan yung pagpapadagdag ng sweldo sa mga teachers para lang makaano ulit ng mga taxes galing dun sa ating mga mamamayan. Kasi halimbawa, tanggalin yung mga incentives dito sa ating mga kumpanya. So, ano pong mangyayari? So, kung wala na po itong incentive na ito, naturally, ipapataw na naman yung kanilang mga kulang sa kanilang kinita sa mga consumers. So, ang magiging impact nito ay dagdag pahirap ng mga taxes na naman sa ating mga consumers o dagdag na gastos. So, sana wag itong wag itong maisangkalan at makagawa sana ng DBM na iba pang mga pamamaraan. Kasi yung train 2, tama si Butch kanina, talagang tatanggalin yung mga incentive, pagpapababa ito usually ng mga taxes na binabayaran ng ating mga company, mga corporation at mga sa industriya. So, parang ironic naman na kung bababaan ito, so saan kukuha ng pondo?
Sa pagkakaintindi ko, 5 packages yata itong CPRP.
Oo.
Saan pa kung dagaling yung mga?
Oo, hindi isa-isa, no? Hanggang 5 yan. So, itong ngayong January, pag-uusapan na daw namin ngayon sa Kongreso yung second package o yung part 2.
Okay. balikan natin kung wala pong questions. We'll go to Atty. Topacio, and we have Dr. Francisco Cruz na alam niya ang naging developments dun sa Dengvaxia. Papaliwanag niya mamaya. Anyway, bigay mo natin ang floor kay Atty. Ferdie Topacio. Give an opening statement.
Yes, thank you very much, and I'm glad that there are advocates for our school teachers, because I am a product of the public school system. I went to Dalahican Elementary School. English pa nga noon eh, sa Cavite. Ayun, oo. Dalahican, hindi pa mababang paralalan. DES pa yung ID ko eh, nasa akin pa ngayon, Dalahican Elementary School. Di ba may nagsabi nga, a great man once said, everything he learned in life, he learned in grade school. So ganyan po napaka-importante ng mga public school teachers natin. I have two cousins, isang second, isang first, who are public school teachers. And ako na po magsasabi, the salary is not enough. Kaya it should be a priority. Education should always be a priority kasi externalities nito sa life ng nation ay napakahalaga. Anyway, we are lucky also to have with us the VACC expert on Dengvaxia. Those of you who are following the Senate investigations on the Dengvaxia scandal would recognize him as one of those who testified in the two latest hearings on the scandal. We have Dr. Francis Cruz, who is very knowledgeable, and the VACC and the country is fortunate to have him discussing this publicly, because now the VACC legal team has been constituted, is cooperating fully, and he is spilling the beans now on the so-called Department of Health mafia, which unfortunately is still intact, alive, and well in the present DOH hierarchy. Yan po ang dapat mawala. Ako naman po, nandito in my capacity as lawyer, one of the lawyers of former Palawan Governor Joel Reyes, just to discuss dispassionately the statements of the former Ortega lawyer, Secretary Harry Roque, because we find it objectionable that the former lawyer of the Ortegas, who is now a member of the cabinet, would use the bully pulpit of his position to promote cases which he has personally handled. First of all, we are bewildered na kami po ay nagtataka kung sino ang kinakatawan ni Secretary Roque nung nagsalita siya tungkol sa kaso. Unang-una po, bilang miyembro ng gabinete, hindi na po siya pwedeng mag-practice ng kanyang profesyon na lawyer. Therefore, he's no longer the lawyer of the Ortegas, and he cannot speak for them. Number two, he has already admitted before he spoke on the issue that he has sought the permission of the President to speak on the matter in his personal capacity, to give his personal opinion. What business does the presidential spokesman have in giving personal opinions on public matters which opinions do not come from the President? Nung tinanggap niya yung kanyang posisyon, he has subsumed himself into the presidency, the identity of the presidency. Therefore, he should not be speaking for any other person than the President of the Republic, because of the presumption, whether rightly or wrongly, that everything he says comes from the President because he is presidential spokesman. It is in that context na yung advisory na I'm asking for his resignation should be taken. I'm not asking that he resign unqualifiedly. What I'm saying is he should choose. Does he want to be presidential spokesman, or does he want to continue as a private lawyer trying the cases of his clients? He cannot be a private lawyer trying the cases of his client as presidential spokesman. That is unethical, and that may also subject him to complaint for graft, for using undue and improper pressure and influence upon other public officials. Dahil sinabi niya sa interview niya kay Ted Filon, kakausapin daw niya yung Solicitor General para mag-appeal. The Solicitor General under the revised administrative code is an independent body. He is even independent of the Secretary of Justice. So, draft po yan Not to mention, it may violate the canons of professional responsibility dahil he is unduly criticizing the Court of Appeals. Okay, tapos na po tayo dyan. On the merits, I accuse Secretary Roque of being mentally dishonest in discussing this case. Bakit ko sinasabing he's misleading the public? He may have misled the President and he may have led his fellow cabinet members in the Reyes case. Okay, sandali lang po ito before we go to the more exciting DOH mafia. Sabi po ni Secretary Roque, sabi niya, unang-una, very strange daw yung Court of Appeals decision dahil it contradicted a Supreme Court decision. It did not. It did not. And I challenge Secretary Roque to sue me for libel for the things I'm going to say here kung inaakala niyang mali ako. If he does not sue me for libel, it means that he cannot challenge what I'm saying here. Sabi niya, he finds it alarming that the CA decision overruled an earlier SC decision. It did not. Yung sinasabi niyang decision ng 2016, yung Reyes versus De Lima, sinabi po doon sa desisyong yon na ang RTC ang may jurisdiction to find probable cause. Yun po ang sinabi. Jurisdiction means the power to determine matters. Hindi po sinasabi doon sa desisyon na yon na yung finding ng probable cause ay tama o mali. Bakit? Because it was never in issue. The Supreme Court will only decide things that are put in issue before it. It will not decide other issues. Sinabi lang, RTC ang may karapatan whether or not a warrant should issue. Hindi po sinabing tama. I must clarify that. And I challenge him, kahit sa public debate, to support his statement na in-overrule nito, yung Reyes versus De Lima. Whether or not the exercise of that discretion is correct or not is subject to another case, which is this CA decision. Okay. Sinabi po ng CA na improper kasi walang probable cause. Bakit sinabi ng CA na walang probable cause? Because of the earlier case of Tamargo versus Awingan. What did Tamargo versus Awingan say? Kapag ang isang criminal case, let's say murder, there is only one witness pointing to the mastermind, that testimony is not admissible as against that mastermind. Why? Because it is the easiest thing for a person when caught in the act of committing a crime to point to another person and then he will apply a state witness, therefore exonerating him from all criminal liability and putting that person pointed to as the mastermind. Ang bawa ko, inutusan ako nito, Chris, patayin mo yung driver kong yun, sa pula. Pinatay ko, nahuli ako. Oh. Sinabi ko, si Congresswoman, inutusan ako, binigyan ako 500,000 para patayin yun. Mag-state witness ako. Hindi admissible. Why? Res inter adius acta. Anyone can do it. What is the exception? If any other person says, oo, nakita ko nga si Congresswoman, sinabi kay Atty. Topacio at inabot yung 500,000. Yun pwede. In this case, no one else said that it was Reyes who hired Bumar to kill Ortega. Kaya po yung first panel ng CA sinabi, walang case. Pinilipit po ng mga Ortega. How? By making several visits to De Lima, a visits which I protested in writing. Sabi ko, the Secretary of Justice exercises quasi-judicial powers in determining probable cause. Eh kung huwes ka, binisita ka ng other party, pa-inhibit ka eh. Eh ba't binibisita ka ng mga Ortega? Kaya nag-constitute ng second panel for the sole purpose of indicting Governor Reyes. Due to political pressure, I make this accusation with confidence kasi alam ko yun ang nangyari. Second panel, in-indict. Pinilit ni then Atty. Roque na palabasin na may evidence when in fact there was none. Alam nyo, media friends yan, PDI, everyone was pointing to Reyes, even in Palawan. Gadon was pointing to Reyes, Alvarez was pointing to Reyes, political pressure, etc. Then, tumakas pa nga si Reyes. So, hindi makapagdepensa. There was probable cause. Pero it does not change the fact na Mali po kasi, mali po yung hindi in-apply yung doctrine sa Tamargo, the Tamargo Doctrine. Okay, sinasabi ni Secretary Roque, bakit daw nanghihimasok ang Court of Appeals sa trial ng case? That is the prerogative of the Court of Appeals to overrule a finding of probable cause by the trial court. Case in point, yung case ni Lacson. Lacson did the exact same thing. When the RTC of Manila found probable cause to issue a warrant against Lacson, and I should know this personally because I was one of those instrumental in having that warrant issued. Ito yung Bobby Dacer, yung Dacer Corbito murder case. Lacson also went to the CA to question the finding of probable cause ng Dacer Corbito. Ni-reverse ng CA ang RTC, sinabi invalid yung warrant of arrest. Yung si Cadiz, who was then Solicitor General, did not appeal. Can you imagine the Solicitor General not appealing the murder of the decade? Did Harry Roque say anything about it? Wala. Hindi naman siya, nagkaroon ng outrage eh. And we could not do anything about it because that is the proper procedure. That CA can reverse. And the Solicitor General, if the Solicitor General does not appeal, wala po kami magagawa. So, hindi totoo yung sinasabi ni Harry Roque na pinakialaman ng Court of Appeals ang desisyon ng Supreme Court. That is mental dishonesty of the highest level. Number two, hindi rin tama yung sinasabi ni Harry Roque na pinakialaman yung trial. Again, mental dishonesty to the highest level yan. Sapagkat talaga concertiorari, maki-question mo yung finding of probable cause ng RTC. It's been done in hundreds of cases. Do not let him abuse your minds by saying na eto, this is the first time. Hindi po. The fault lay in the lawyering for the prosecution. Siguro, na-pick yung pride. Na-pick yung pride ni Harry Roque dahil siya yung abogado at sinabi ng Court of Appeals, walang ebidensya. Ibig sabihin niya, indirectly, hindi maganda yung lawyering mo dun sa lower court. Siguro kaya nagwawala siya. Now, gusto niyang tabunan yung lack of lawyering skills by saying and insinuating na nagkaslagayan, etc. Kung ano-anong sinasabi nila ngayon. That does not augur well for the administration of justice if you try to cover up your lack of lawyering skills by using the pulpit of your cabinet position to bully the Court of Appeals into seeing things your way. Hindi po tama yun. That is why we are taking the appropriate action. So, in sum, Secretary Roque, please save the mental dishonesty for when you go back to private practice. Don't ask, wag po kami, and do not use the President for this. Please. That is highly improper and unseemly for a lawyer and a member of the Cabinet. Salamat po.
Sir, yung decision ng Court of Appeals na 5 weeks probable cause, is it considered dismissed?
Yes, opo.
Hindi na pwedeng i-file ulit?
Well, there are remedies. The Solicitor General may file a motion for reconsideration, and if that is denied, they may go up to the Supreme Court. Hindi pa po tapos, yun nga ang sinasabi namin. Bakit ka daldal, aakyat pa sa Supreme Court? Sub judice yan eh. Kaya nga, we had filed a motion to cite Secretary Roque for indirect contempt of court for making sub judice statements which are unethical and improper. Binubuli niya yung Court of Appeals just to save his reputation. Dahil talo siya, naghahanap siya ng excuses. Huwag naman tayo mag-noy-noying dito. Do not point fingers. Kung walang ebidensya, sabihin mo, we will still appeal, we are convinced that the Court of Appeals is wrong, we have remedies, the government will will utilize all of the remedies provided for under the rules of court. Dapat ganoon ang statesman-like na statement ng isang miyembro ng gabinete. Di ba? Hindi itong gagamitin mo na para kang private practitioner. You use your position, you use your access to media, you use the prestige of your office to litigate a private case.
You were saying na si Secretary Roque is liable for papailan mo sa case.
We are studying it. Pero first things first, yung indirect contempt muna. Because we have to protect not only the justices of the division, ano ba, third ba yun? Or whatever. But we have to protect the integrity of the judiciary. Hindi pwedeng tuwing ang isang miyembro ng gabinete ay nagdi-disagree sa desisyon ng korte, gagamitin yung kanyang posisyon. We've seen it. We've seen the abuse of the executive against the judiciary during the Aquino regime. Gusto ba nating maulit dito?
Nakaya na ba?
Na-file na po. Na-file na nung last Thursday. So yun lang naman po ang aming stand dyan. There are remedies available. You let the courts. You let the courts. Ito pong petition for indirect contempt was filed with the Court of Appeals also. This is a Rule 71 petition for indirect contempt, an independent action from the certiorari of former Governor Reyes.
Okay. May question na.
Sir, comment lang doon sa statement ni Sergeant kanina on the CA decision. He says it stinks and they'll find out where the stench comes from. He also finds suspicious yung early retirement ni Justice Pizarro who wrote that in the statement.
Well, yung opinion niya that it stinks or whatever, that is the prerogative of the Solicitor General. I will not argue with that because the Solicitor General is the tribune of the people. And precisely yun nga sinasabi ko. Hindi naman place ni Secretary Roque to make comments on criminal cases. He is the presidential spokesman. Ang proper na gumawa ng comment yan ay ang Solicitor General at ang Department of Justice, not the presidential spokesman. So he's overstepping. So kung ganito ang tao that he want to abuse his position, then if he runs for the Senate, then we should have deep thoughts on whether we should vote for him. Kung ngayon pa lamang, abusado na siya sa pwesto niya. But more if he becomes senator and acquires a bigger forum to litigate his private cases and to push his private agenda using public fora. Mabigat po, mabigat.
Okay. Siguro, before we go to the issue of Dengvaxia, let's ask Atty. Gadon to update us on the developments in the impeachment complaint against Chief Justice Sereno. Sa January 15 yata, kung i-resume ang hearing ng House of Representatives, Committee on Justice.
Yes, good morning and Happy New Year. Ang development, ang update dito sa impeachment case against Chief Justice Sereno, there will be a hearing starting on Monday and Wednesday next week, no? So that's 15 and 17. And scheduled to appear are Justices Bersamin and Justice Peralta. Si Justice Carpio, as earlier reported, already declined to appear because ang sabi niya, wala raw siyang personal knowledge doon sa mga issues na nilabas ano. But yun lang naman, sabi niya, hindi raw niya alam. Well, he cannot be compelled because it's just an invitation, and it would depend on the willingness of the witness to testify. But in the case of the other justices, when they were invited, they readily agreed to appear. Because all of them are, except probably Justice Carpio, who says the otherwise, the other justices are knowledgeable about the decisions on the Mahobi case, the JTO Arcal, the TRO, and all the other matters discussed during the previous hearings. So I respect the decision of Justice Carpio to decline the invitation. Wala namang problema doon eh. In fact, when I when I started talking about this impeachment case, ibig sabihin, nung hindi ko pa ito final, I already declared that I will have 2 to 3 justices to appear as witnesses. And nadagdagan. Naging 4. And then nadagdagan ulit, naging 5. And I thought that it will only be up to 6, no? Kasi yun yung aking tansya na mag-appear. And this time, nadagdagan pa ng another 3. So, I'm really very happy with the developments. Kasi sobrang solid na yung case eh. Imagine during the hearing, it was established that CJ Sereno really committed culpable violation of the Constitution when she created the JDO office, which is already a clear violation, culpable violation of the Constitution, because he created an office without the authority of Congress. And that was pointed out by Majority Floor Leader Fradejas that you cannot create an office. It's the Congress who has the authority and the power to create an office. And secondly, the creation of that JDO diminished the authority and the powers of the OCA, or the Office of the Court Administrator, which cannot be legally done because the powers of the OCA is also granted under the law, granted by law. So you cannot. The Chief Justice, and even without consulting the collegial body of the Supreme Court, cannot just delimit the powers of the OCA and create another office. No? So doon pa lang talagang clear violation na yun. And it was admitted after about more than half a day of grilling the officials of the Supreme Court, like the clerk of court, si Atty. Felipa Anama, na nung una ayaw pa niyang sumagot ng diretsa until in the afternoon, she was able to admit that there was really no raffle done in the case of Maute. Na talagang kinuha na lang ni Justice Sereno yung case na yun without the benefit of a raffle. So doon pa lang na-violate niya again yung Constitution because yung collegial functions of the Supreme Court yung vinolate niya dahil inako niya yung kaso ng hindi nakaraffle eh. And hindi niya nakinsulta yung mga members of the Supreme Court. So doon pa lang huli-huli na. Now, yung iba pang kaso doon na na-establish, like it was found out that she did not file SAL-ENS in UP while she was teaching, and she was already able to file one SAL-EN in year 2003. Ang requirements sa Supreme Court, if you are a government employee, you should file, you should submit at least 10 years doon sa sa Supreme Court. Yung 10 years SAL-EN. So doon pa lang yung previous SAL-EN niya wala, no? And it was found out that nag-testify na rin yung UP na wala, and there is already a certification from the Ombudsman that wala din. And doon din sa JBC, nag-testify yung mga tayo JBC na wala din. So doon pa lang. And yung mga sinabit naman yung mga SAL-EN doon sa from 2010 to 2016, marami din kulang, no? Hindi rin ma-explain doon yung mga butas ng kung saan napunta yung pera, ganyan. So yun nga yung tinatanong ng mga members ng Justice Committee, saan napunta yung ganito, saan napunta yung ganyan. So it's not enough na sasabihin mo na nag-donate ako sa church, o asan yung resibo, do-donate ka million, wala kang acknowledgement, hindi naka-attach. So marami talagang butas na as of now, nagtataka nga ako na yung mga defense lawyers ni Justice Sereno, sinasabi nila na wala namang napatunayan until now. Do you mean to say, yung mga justices, no? Mga senior justices ng Supreme Court, mga bata-batuta na hindi nila alam yung sinasabi nila, siyempre, katawa-tawa naman yun. And we are we should also take notice of the fact that bumagsak ang trust rating ni Justice Sereno ng almost 10 points or 10 points. So that's really something, ano? Eh, ang nangyayari ngayon, yung mga lawyers na lang ni Justice Sereno ang hindi nakakaalam na mayroong grounds. Yung buong sambayanang Pilipino, except sa mga dilaw ng mga bobot, mga tanga, ay nakakaalam na nag-violate si Justice Sereno ng maraming bagay dun sa functions ng Supreme Court. No? Nag-violate, commit ng culpable violation ng Supreme Court. So, natural, siyempre, i-deny nila yan, tatanggi nila, sasabihin nila, wala namang grounds. Until now, para sa kanila, walang grounds. Pero baliwala naman yun dahil kahit oras-oras sila maglabas ng mga press statement, bagsak ng pabagsak yung kanyang trust rating. Ibig sabihin, naniniwala ang mga Pilipino na siya talaga ay dapat na ma-impeach at dapat talaga siyang matanggal. And naniniwala ang mga Pilipino, ang karamihan ng mga Pilipino na siya talaga ay may ginawang mali dyan sa Supreme Court.
Sir, when do you expect na akyat ito sa Senate?
Ang huli na interview ko na narinig kay Speaker Alvarez ay baka daw abutin pa ng mga March itong matapos dyan sa House Committee at saka sa Congress mismo, sa plenary. Because they also have to attend to other pressing issues, no? Like the constitutional reform. And the other, of course, the other pending legislative work. Ngayon, okay lang naman sa akin kahit abutin ng March kasi mas maganda na dumaan talaga sa tamang proseso. Lahat ng mga grounds doon sa aking complaint ay ma-discuss talaga isa't isa. Para sigurado na pagdating doon sa Senate, wala silang masabi na yan ay niluto or na minadali or i-final ng walang basihan. No? So, ngayon, na-establish na pa isa-isa. Marami na na-establish na yan ay talagang marami siyang ginawang culpable violation of the Constitution tsaka yung betrayal of public trust. No? At lumabas din doon sa hearing na yung talagang survivorship benefits, yung ng mga naulila ng mga namatay ng mga justices at judges, ay talagang lumabas na instead na bumilis, dati 2 to 3 weeks, approve na, may desisyon na, ang nangyari 2 years. No? So, kawawa, namatay pa nga yung isang beneficiary dahil sa kahihintay ng kanyang pensyon. No? So, doon pa lang lumabas na talagang hindi talaga karapat-dapat na maging Chief Justice si Justice Sereno sapagkat aside from the judicial functions, ang Chief Justice yan ang may hawak ng administrative functions ng Supreme Court. So, kung yung pagproseso pa lang ng mga survivorship benefits, hindi niya alam i-handle, isipin nyo nag-create pa ng 3 committee for a very simple question. I-determine mo lang kung talaga bang yan ay asawa ng justice at kung yung justice ay namatay o yung judge ay namatay, ganun kasimple. So, sa dati nga, 2 weeks lang, nare-resolve agad ng Office of the Court Administrator. Ang dahilan niya, kaya siya nag-create ng technical working group at saka yung 2 pang committee, para daw mapabilis. Lalong bumagal, nakamatayan pa ng iba. No? At saka, tungkol niya sa survivorship benefit, hindi katwiran na sasabihin nila na anyway naman, kung ano man yung, kung namatay man siya, kung namatay yung beneficiary, yun namang pera ay mapupunta doon sa mga anak, no? Doon sa pamilya. Pero hindi. Hindi naman yun ang purpose ng survivorship benefit. Yung survivorship benefit, ang purpose niya ay upang masustina, matulungan sa kanyang pamumuhay, yung kabiyak, yung asawa, yung balo na naiwan ng justice na namatay, yun yung purpose. It's not the purpose habang buhay siya. Para doon sa kanyang mga gamot, pagkain, kung ano pa susustina sa buhay. Dahil kasi matanda na, 80 years old. 84 years old. Hindi ang purpose ng survivorship benefits ay pamana. It's not it's not a pamana. O, kailangan Tagalog natin. Yeah, kailangan hindi ang intensyon sa survivorship benefits ay upang ipamana, kundi gamitin nung naiwan. Oo, yun. Oo, habang nabubuhay. Kaya nung yung ginawa ni Justice Sereno na nag-create ng tatlong committee para patagalin ang proseso, ay talagang yun ay betrayal of public trust yun. And yung napag-alaman din natin na doon sa hearing, na kaya pala nagkaganon, yung kanyang itinalaga na chief of office niya doon sa Office of the Chief Justice, eh isang bagito sa Supreme Court na nanggaling sa isang maliit na department store sa Mindanao, na ang experience, wala siyang experience sa korte, sa judiciary, kundi ang experience niya ay doon sa department store as accountant. And not only that, nakasama lang niya si Chief Justice Sereno sa religious organization, kaya siya kinuha doon. Isipin niyo, despite the presence of a lot of qualified personnel in the Supreme Court and in the whole of judiciary, kukuha siya ng isang tauhan galing sa labas. Kaya lalo nagtatagal yung mga proseso doon. Dahil hindi naman niya alam, wala siyang experience. Imagine, 2013, kinuha siya, basta na lang siyang ginawang hepe doon sa atin. So, makikita mo doon na talagang napakaraming kamali ang ginawa ni Chief Justice Sereno.
Attorney, sa Monday, ano may expect natin sa hearing na?
Magte-testify si Justice Peralta at si Justice Bersamin. And
Ano yung issues dito?
yung issues dyan, yung iti-testify din nila kung ano yung dinisclose nila Justice Castro na talagang nagkaroon ng violation.
Government controllership po, naging controller po ako ng DND sa time ni Orliman. Investigating and stopping graft and corruption. First was during time ni Flavier in DOH. The second one was when Ghost Bridge, a project in Leyte during sa time ni Senator Orly Mercado. 4 investigations when I was the DND Assistant Secretary of Controllership. One of them is the well-known RSBS. Ako po nag-umpisa ng investigasyon. I even had the last investigation I had with DND, I stopped a 10 billion scam. Tinatawag nilang pabao. And 2 under Secretary Ferdie Topacio po, was instrumental in transferring OWA Medicare funds to Filial. And I investigated and stopped the artist records book. You're quite familiar with that. It used to be Bethesda. And this is my 9. So basically, I have personal knowledge in what I'm going to speak. I saw the documents. I was hired by then Secretary Pauline Ubia at some time in January 7, 2017 to be her consultant on good governance. It's not it's a special type of governance po, Dr. ako. So most of the time when I saw Secretary Pauline, siguro in a month about 4 to 6 times, we always talk about the 2016 election in Dengvaxia. And I saw the documents po, I saw how it was purchased, how the SAL was released on December 29, 2015. Familiar po lahat ako nun. In fact, on May, we knew at that time, and I advised Secretary Pauline, and I said this in the Senate hearing, under oath, that we need, the DOH then was not functioning well. The Undersecretary was being undermined by people who do not follow the regular organization. Later, I will mention the names. So I told her, why don't you write a letter to the Executive Secretary, complain about this, then I will go to DOJ, file a case, and ask them to investigate DOH. At that point in time, I knew DOH cannot investigate itself. They already do the grand scale cover-up of senior DOH officials, even time ni Secretary Pauline. And I even told Secretary Pauline, you're being a secretary, nakatagal na po sa bato, maalis kayo. We don't know when, either you'll be as by the President's right or you'll be rejected by the Senate as early as May. So then, ang job ko po, and I got a clearance from Secretary Pauline then, was to go to DOJ, to request DOJ to investigate DOH. Ngayon, but since I didn't have a direct access, I went to the office of Atty. Ferdie Topacio in his Ortiga Center. He didn't know me then. Hindi niyo ba ako, may ko pa alam na may anomalya na. May pa po, May 27. City, they have a book there, and I have the documents. All the documents that Senator Gordon presented sa December 11, meron na po ako na binigay ko sa kanya. And it came from no less than the Secretary. Because she wanted me to help her identify and protect her. So before I went to Atty. Ferdie Topacio, though he's an Atenean like me, I asked si Rudy Kimpo, ito mababalid niyo. Rudy, could you introduce me to Atty. Ferdie Topacio? Si Rudy po, kaibigan ko kasi siya, I think for 12 years, I've been Chief of Staff ni Senator Flavier. I'm very close to Senator Flavier. So, Rudy called him up, introduced me, I went to his office, and I couldn't forget, he was sleeping at arthritis. Gout arthritis. Okay? I couldn't forget that, and he was a little bit snobbish. Now, because he didn't know me, and I was there. So, Dr. Cruz telling him, and I will tell you everything I told him. He gave me about 20 minutes of his time. Ito, Atty. Ferdie, sure ako, plunder to. Alright? Plunder to. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that 3.55 billion was plunder. Ito, DAP. Though si Butchabat is 1 year older sa akin, ito, DAP. Tapos po, sinabi ko sa kanya, they released the, you know, if you're familiar with what happened, it's a 3.55 billion, di ba yung Saro? 3 billion was supposed to buy vaccines. 500 million and the 3 billion was sub-allotted to PCMC, Philippine Children, to buy vaccines. 550 million remain in DOH. Supposed to be for operations. Ang tawag ko po doon, kinonvert nila. Who's familiar with conversion? Conversion is a technical term when you do ghost projects, whether it's infrastructure, medicine, consultancy, it's conversion. How does the supplier earn? The supplier earns about 10%. He becomes the financier. He returns 90% to those, di ba? Ito po nangyari. And I saw the NCA. Yung pong natitirang 550 million nila ng DBM into a notice of cash allocation. Alam niyo po yung term ng notice of cash allocation? Telling the department that will not deposit it into your land bank account 550 million. Nilan po dun sa Health Facility Enhancement Program. Until now, yung voucher po nawawala. Pero nakita ko yung NCA. Pero hindi nila matatago. Alam niyo po lahat. I'm sorry to say, I've experienced. All of these vouchers may end result. Diba? Ano po ang end result ng isang voucher? Cheque. Diba? Kaya ka nagdi-disbursement voucher po, ang pinaka-end out po to, end result ng isang cheque. Iyon po cheque, nasa land bank, di nila masusunog yun. May record po yun. May names po yun ng supplier o financier. Okay, so, who are, ang sabi ko dito po yung nag-interview sa akin yung kahapon po, in-interview ako ni Mara and they posted my Mara Cepeda of and even Inquirer announced after the December 11 interview, alam ko yung exposé. Sinabi ko po sa kanila, kay Mara, kahapon, I have documents. And I gave it to BACC. That's why BACC, when this November 27, ito po, sinabi, di ba November 7, nagsabi po ang Sanofi, may problema sila. At 29. He called me up Sunday, Dr. Cruz, after so many months na nakalimutan niya po, I'm a patient person. Sabi niya, can you help? Of course. That's the reason why I approached him May 2017. And all the documents that were revealed by Senator Gordon, all the documents that being exposed by Noli de Castro, lahat po yun nasabi ko. As early as, bakit po siguro hindi napansin? Kasi wala pa yung Dengvaxia problema. All of these things started, to nangyayari po madaming, there are about 21 cases na uban, di ba? Na directly Dengvaxia, and 7 na autopsy ng PAW. And all of them, sinasabi na ni Dr. Erwin Erque, may correlation na. Di ba? Maaga na mamatay. Ito po, nagsanga-sanga na yung mga problema eh. Pero it all started with 3 things. The 2016 national election, the DOH mafia, and Dengvaxia. Alisin mo po isa dyan, hindi matutuloy. Kung hindi nagkaroon na ng eleksyon, hindi nila kailangan kumita ng pera para pamigay sa mga trabador
Can
nila.
you name yung members of mafia?
Later po, kwento ko lang po. Kung walang Dengvaxia, wala akong problema sa health, hindi lilitaw to. Kung matino ang mga tao sa DOH, katulad po namin sa time ni Claver, Benson, Remualdez at Tudeli, puro kami, pag sinubukan kami ng mali, sasabihin namin mali, hindi namin palulusutin to. Hindi kami pwedeng kumita ng isang kusing. Una namin sa puso namin, kilala niyo po si Claver, kilala niyo, eto, mafia, tama-tama. Pinatakbo nila. Okay, categorically I'm saying, persons of interest. Okay, you could take this down. Of course, Garin. Okay? Hanggang ngayon, may influence siya sa DOH. And I made a press statement before that tradition-wise, from Azurin was the last Secretary of Health of Marcos. Then you have Benson, Del Veriquet, and so forth, Claver. Alam po niyo nangyayari, tradition po na sa Secretary of Health, yung outgoing, respects the incoming. Di ba? Wala siya, hindi siya nakaka-clean siya, hindi siya nanga-undermine. He always wishes the incoming secretary to succeed. Etong si Garin, binanatan si Ona, binanata si Obial, last year binanatan nga si Secretary Roque. She never respected the tradition. Tradition is not money, but it is more important than money because ito yung social fiber ng next generation. Okay, after Karin, there's a retired undersecretary who headed the finance and management of DOH 2015 until he retired. His name is Dr. Nemesio Gago. Retired na po yan. Pero kasama po yan sa mafia. Number 2, okay, you have a resigned Harry Roque. Okay, he was the undersecretary sa time ni Garin. He was the undersecretary handling health regulations. When you're the boss of health regulations, under po yung FDA, he was the one who ordered the technical executive committee na isama ang Dengvaxia, diba, sa formulary. You cannot use government money if the drug is not part of the formulary. There was a meeting, ito po, tingnan niyo yung Senate. He was the one, he didn't even claim. No? Siya yung boss nun. And now he's in Suling. Suling is, okay, he used to work for Suling. No, Suling is the main distributor dito ng mga gabigten na gamot. He used to work for Suling sa yung foundation. Then he entered DOH sa time ni Ona. He was the FDA administrator sa time ni Ona. Ona didn't like what he was doing. He resigned. Then Garin got appointed. Ito sa time ni Secretary Garin, simple lang eh. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Enemy kasi ni Ona to si Harry Roque, pinurmag, ginawa undersecretary. During his time, he was the one who manipulated and pushed for this Dengvaxia. And so, Pauline Obial na. Okay? He went, resign siya kasi ngayon po siya sa AIM, Suling for School of Development Management. He's not even a Masters of Development Management. He has no expertise teaching. His expertise is pharmacology. This is what we call golden parachute. Alam niyo po yung golden parachute, technical term ng golden parachute. This is the unethical type of the golden parachute. Yung tinulungan mong multinational, kinadel ka pagkatapos ng ano. Number 3, ito, person of interest. Si Dr. Vicente Belisario Jr. He used to be the Undersecretary of Technical Service. Kaklase po ito ni Pinoy sa Ateneo. Grade school high school. I'm not doubting na magaling siya. He's an expert in tropical medicine. In fact, ano po yan, naturo ko sa UP, College of Public Health Master Course. He was a pillar sa tropical medicine. Ang dengue po, part ng tropical medicine. Unfortunately, he's not saying anything. Diba? Paano? Kasi since siya yung head ng technical services, lahat po ng technical programs like dengue, sa kanya ang last approval bago dumating sa secretary. Nowhere po, hindi siya dumaan sa kanya. Why? Okay. Ito na po. There was, pag ikaw secretary of health, meron kang tinatawag na health executive assistant. May kaheya. Yung ka-familiar, diba? Kung baga sa congressman, sa senator, may tawag sila chief of staff. Sa secretary po, ang tawag HEA, Health Executive Assistant. Dr. Yolanda Oliveros. Kasi sa kanya lahat dadaanan. She should explain her part and clear her name. Eh, isa pang may conflict of interest siya. You know why she served as HEA of Secretary? She was being paid by USAID. She's not a government employee official. She has been paid by a different office. Pwede ba yun? Di ba conflict of interest yun? Kasi may mga produkto na galit. Ha? She has to explain kasi nakikita. Yung mga chief of staff po, di ba? Nalalaman nila eh. Ito, she accepted a position. There's a paper trail na sa DPO po tawag namin doon. She worked as the Health Executive Assistant of then Secretary Garin. But her salaries were being paid by USAID. Di ba clear? Medyo magulo na yun, di ba? Okay. Now, there are 3 currently undersecretaries. They got promoted kasi nga mafia eh. Okay? Ito sadly, Dr. Mario Villaverde, now Undersecretary and Chief of Staff of Secretary Duque. I'm not questioning the integrity of Secretary Duque. We met him with PACC last Tuesday. Dr. Mario Villaverde is the classmate of Secretary Duque, UST Medicine. Classmate po. I'm not doubting, okay? Pero si Dr. Villaverde, meron akong tanong sa kanya. Siya ba naging consultant ni Garin? Siya ba kumita sa time ni Garin? Sinabi niya ba ito kay Secretary Duque bago siya kinuha ulit? Second, ito si Dr. Villaverde, member siya ng mga tinatawag core group ng mafia. He is the close friend of Undersecretary Jerry Bayugo, Undersecretary Lilibet David, and retired HEA ni Secretary Pauline, si Dr. Lloyd Chokson. Lahat sila po galing sa isang opisina sometime 1992 to 95. Kabatch ko po yan eh. Under sila ng the late Undersecretary Maning Rojas. Yan po, hawak nila yung favorite nilang programa, Health Facility Enhancement Program. Ito yung may 20, sinabi ko sa government, sa Senate, ang Health Facility Enhancement sa time ni Garin may 23 billion. All coming from the same tax. Ito, kinana nila. So, ang tanong ko kay Dr. Villaverde, Dr. Villaverde, yung kinukuha ka ng kaklase mo ni Secretary Duque, sinabi mo ba sa kanya na si Dr. Jerry Bayugo, si Dr. David, at si Dr. Chokson, mga close friends mo for the last 25 years? Kasi po material yan. Kasi doon ko kina-question, if this 3.55 billion is thinking Wait till you investigate the 23 billion health facility. Sabo kayo, mamaniwala kayo, yung mga infra, ghost. Yung mga medicine, ghost. That's why ito, hinaharang nila. Kasi once natalo sila sa 3.5, yung kalokohan nila sa 23 billion health facility enhancement program, yung kalokohan nila sa 12 billion procurement of drugs lalabas. That's why in my statement kay Senator Gordon, this is the battle. I'm asking the NBI to investigate. Then you have, as I mentioned, Jerry Bayugo. He's always the head of the PAC. He's also the head of the technical services. You know, conflict of interest. You're the one telling which product and ano which, and yet you're the one, ikaw na rin, you're quite familiar end user. Dapat hiwala rin yan. I've been a controller in the DND. Hindi ka pwede ikaw yung nagsasabi ano kailangan, ano bibili. Ikaw yung nagdi-decide sino kukunan. Ito po. Okay, then, si tinatawag another undersecretary. Babae po siya. No, si David. Siya po head ng policy. Ito pong nangyari sa Dengvaxia, policy po yan eh. Bago nyo gawing program, gagawin yung policy yan. Siya po. Then, another undersecretary. Carol Tanyo. She got promoted sa tan ni Garin. From director, ginawang asset. Ngayon, ginawang USEC. Alam niyo po sino gumawa ng USEC sa kanya? Okay. May tatlong pong tinatawag namin ghost recommendations na ginawa sa time ni OIC Secretary. Bumalik ka yan, si Bade. Herminio Bade. Isa na PhilAm. Very close probably to the power step B. Kinuha po yan, magaling na clinician from Dali City. This is the same Dr. Valle. Okay? 3 weeks lang siya OIC kasi di ba baka alis kay Pauline, October 10, please get to your notes. Di ba? After week, nag-announce si President Duterte, yung pala sabi, a-appoint na si Duque. Si Secretary Duque po nag-assume sa office ng first week of November. So maximum, this OIC Secretary, Undersecretary Valle, had only 3 weeks. Di ba? Okay? He appointed 3 people. I'm challenging him. What was the authority of an OIC Secretary to appoint permanent positions to the President? Why did you wait for Secretary Duque to make that appointment kasi sa kanya yun? Di ba? Ba't mo palulusutin? Yung tatlo. Wala po. Hanggang ngayon, hindi niya ako sinasagot. And it's the same Undersecretary Valle, who about 2 weeks ago, you could validate this sa media releases, said, yung procurement po ng Dengvaxia above board. Narinig niyo po yan, di ba? He said that this guy telling people above board, tatlo nag-iimbestiga. DOJ, NBI, Senate, and House. Senate and House are already finding the procurement highly irregular. Then here you have no experience in administration, tell everybody it's above board. Binombot po siya nun eh. Diba? Okay. There are 2 assets, part of the persons of interest. You always see him. Lyndon Lee Sui. Part of the ghost by this appointment na napaka-unethical. He was a spokesman of Garin and the bureau director that ran that project. He was the one, and I'm telling you, we have people that will testify during big events. Yung election po, he was telling the crowd of teachers, health workers, health officials, okay, Dengvaxia is safe. Dengvaxia is expensive. You should get this from the private sector. It's about 3,000 to 5,000 per dose. So, and it's given to you free by Pinoy. So, dapat magpasalamat ka. Ano yun? Subliminal messaging yun. You do it, and you vaccinate the children in the public school, and a couple weeks later, mag-election doon? Diba? It's clearly electioneering, pero hindi po. That's the good news pa sa kanya yung electioneering. Kasi ito, plunder to. Sama to, makukulong. Siguro in the next 6 months. Diba? Plunder to. Miski ano nilang pagdamitin. I'm telling them, this is plunder. You people, the DOH officials, those belong to the mafia, you've destroyed, you made DOH as if they're Bureau of Customs. Nag-deteriorate na po, puro kotongan. Puro kotongan. Approximately, ito pa sabi sa akin ni Secretary Police, approximately 30 to 40 billion na nakukuha po sa kotongan. We have to stop. Kawawa po yung mga may hirap. Okay. 3 directors. One is the one in charge of administration, si Josh Dobusin. Second, si Marvin Bello. She was the one in charge of information. Okay? And third is Director Larry Cruz. He is the FMS director. Kasi pag wala kayong contact, hindi nyo po magagawa itong tinatawag namin conversion. Then you have 3 regional directors. Region 3 director, kapasok ko pa ito sa CPH, Lonila Gorgolon. The NCR director, Ariel Valencia. And the 4A director, si Rio Magpantay. Plus, siyempre si PCMC. Pero I heard yung PCMC baka mag-state witness. Nautusan na yun, napakabay na tao. Ito sa totoo lang, bakit ginawa sa 4A? It's obvious eh. Why did they implement it only in 4A, NCR, Region 3? Ha? Voters population. Yung sinasabi lang, madami ditong dengue. That's biggest lie I ever heard. I'm a public health expert. Kung gusto mong pumunta madami dengue, pumunta ka sa Cebu. Pumunta ka sa Metro Davao. Pumunta ka sa Iloilo. But not 3, not 4A. NCR probably. Ito, di ba? Sabi ko, I could contest them eh. Yung sinasabi ni Presidente nagpunta sa Senate, na ganun ng... That's the most illogical public health declaration I ever heard. And it was even contested by an international or global health expert. Kaya, Pangulo, may tinanggal po kayo na ang kaso lang, going abroad. Di ba? Dalawa. Ito po, they went overboard. They're stealing money from our Filipino, yung pong mahihirap. I'm telling you. Di ba? Pangulo, kilusin nyo na. Hindi lang po trip abroad to. Overboard. Ninanakawan po yung mahihirap yung mga kababayan. Do something about it. Hindi po loko-loko na to. You place a good secretary pero pinaiikutan siya. Tapos siyempre hinuhold hostage siya ng mga kakutsaba sa Congress. Diba? Kasi sasabihin, hindi ka namin co-confirm. No, this one is a different secretary. He was secretary before, he was civil service chair before, he was PhilHealth before, he had no, diba? He had no case. He was really, ang tao sa puso niya. Tulungan niyo po, kasi pinaikutan siya. That's why we proposed to Secretary Duque during sa time ng BACC DOH. He called for it last Tuesday at the Philippine Black Center sa may Quezon Boulevard. Tama siya, doon ako, I was speaking lang.
Kaya naging madugo eh. Philippine Blood Center.
Sabi ko sana, eto, i-freezer niya na lahat. I-freezer niya kasi you can make them yung prevention suspension kasi wala pang kaso. But you could exercise freezer. Second health, ano kayo? Yung chief of staff nyo, ask him really, Dr. Villaverde, ikaw ba kumita kay Garin? Ikaw ba kaibigan mo to si Jerry Bayugo, si Lloyd Chocson, at itong si David, Lilibet David? Kasi po yun yung mga kasama. Ikaw ba? Diba? Eto, kasama, yung nag-ghost, yung nag-unethical dito si OIC Secretary, pinalusot yung 3 na wala pong betting. Kasi po ako, I've been head of of department head promotion, selection promote. Meron po yung proseso, a-announce niyan. Para yung mga ibang qualified, mag-a-apply. Para yung interview, ito, sa shortlist niyan. Diba? Magsasabit niya, babalidate niya yung sinabit niya. So I'm requesting si Secretary Duque, Secretary, please ask these people, 19 of them, to submit certified 2 copies of their service record. Because this service record will show kung anong ginagawa nila sa time ni Garin. Second, please ask them to submit their SAL-N for the last 3 years. Tignan nyo, hanapin nyo. Kasi malamang yung mga pag-aari nito, hindi nililis na right away, pwede natin tanggalin. Pakiusap ko po, napakalaking bagay po to. Even they're not acting on it. Up to now, di ba kailan po na-conduct yung election? 2 years ago. So they vaccinated kids 2 years ago. Up to now, they haven't submitted the master list. 2 taon na, kasi nga nag-focus sila eh. Mga RD, nalaman, ako natitingin, I have the expertise, hindi sila pwedeng mag-focus. Hindi sila pwedeng magdagdag. Hindi sila pwedeng maglagay ng spurious patient. Kasi mababalidate ko po eh. Hindi po ba? Yung 2 years na, almost 2 years or 20 months ago, wala ka pa nung master list nung nabakuna mga bata nung eleksyon. Don't you find it funny? If it were really a vaccination, right away po meron yan. Kasi handle the program eh. Di po ba? Ito wala eh. Kasi natatakot sila, yung dinoktor nila, may magbabalidate. Hindi po. Yun po yung President, mahal ka namin. May mga tinanggal ka na nag-abroad lang. Think 2. Ito po, overboard.
Ilan po sila?
19 po ang persons of interest. Kaya nga po, mabe. Presidente, ito overboard sila. Hindi lang nag-abroad. 20 to 40 billion a year ang kaya nilang palusutin. Please. Thank you very much po.
Okay.
Sir, yung ibang binanggit ng pangalan, I remember na nagpa-press conference si Secretary Roque sa Malacanang.
Hindi.
Well, si Disoy.
Disoy, oo.
Well, you also have to look into the fact that Secretary Roque was one of those who was pushing for the continuation of Dengvaxia, even during the time of Secretary Ubial. Hindi ko sinasabi to dahil galit ako kay Harry dahil dun sa Reyes case. That's a fact That's a fact. That is on record.
Anong connect niya sa Sanofi? O sa...
Hindi, kasi itong sa time ni Pauline, in-twist nila na hininto kasi muna ni Secretary Pauline sometime in July pag-assume niya eh. In-twist nila ituloy. Okay, so na-twist nila kasi in-hostage yung una 2017 budget ng DOH, di ba? Data ng House yun eh. In-hostage na yung appointment niya, no? Eto, merong mga documents, merong mga witnesses. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, I have high regards with Congressman Garcia, di ba? In-hostage niya, kung ano pinagsasabi niya. Eh ngayon, ma'am, yung 300,000 na nabakunahan sa Cebu Province, sa botohan, matatandaan ka. Di ba? Kasi dapat nga hindi na matuloy. Inantis mo si Secretary Pauline, hindi nga sinunod ka, nagpunta dun sa Bayugo, nagkarap ng lagim, ayun, pagdating sa eleksyon ma'am, bantayan mo yan. 300,000, pag yung namatay dyan, babalikan ka niyan. Dapat pinapapabayaan na sa aming mga expert ang health. We listen to you sa budget, pero once in developing, implementing, evaluating health programs, leave it to the experts. Meron pong matitipong tao sa DOH. Pero kung a-twist mo si Secretary Pauline, tinuloy mo. Dahil hindi matutuloy yung JA niya ng 2017, tapos ino-hostage mo siya sa appointment na nagkatotoo nga na-reject siya. Eh, sige, dapat may kasama ang Cebu. Nasama mo. Di ba? Kaya nga sabi ko, itong nangyari sa Dengvaxia, isa sign from God, providential. itong mga bahong ginagawa nilang pagnanakaw, hindi napansin. Oops, then God intervenes, Dengvaxia corrects his statement, and hell broke loose. Diba? Ngayon, 7 na ang correlation, direct correlation to Dengvaxia, the deaths, by a very competent PAW, Dr. Erwin Erfe, and Atty. Presida. Ako basta. Saka si Dr. Richard.
You can
Diba?
ask, you can ask,
Diba ang point doon, diba? Kung hindi siya nakialam, at naniwala sa Secretary Paul yung katulad ko, vaccination, kami po yung nagpa-umpisa ng offline anesthesia kay Flavier. Kami po. Pinipilit nyo. Ayan. 300,000. Nadamay. Ito naman si Julius Lecciones. Kasi lilangaw po sila nung eleksyon eh. Kasi pero mo mag-conduct ka ng vaccination sa eskwelahan. Ano? Bakasyon. Sino bang kakorting ano nun, di ba? Kasi nakabal na eleksyon eh. Di ba? Ayun, nilangaw sila, nagpunta sa akin. Ito si Lecciones. Sinasabi ko nga sa kanya. So, ang daming yung unused. Di ba? Ang daming nga unused. Multi-dose vials. Okay? And then, sabi ko, ngayon, since nga vaccine expert na katulad namin nga Paul eh, ang dami niyang vaccine, tinawag ngayon yung mga pulis. Nag-corporate social responsibility. Binigyan. Corporate hindi nga nakakaintindi. Ang tawag po namin doon, pilferage eh. Pag nagamit ka ng bakuna na hindi naman yun na intention at ginamit mo sa iba, pilferage po yung bawal nila. Di ba? Ito, nag-corporate. Ngayon, kawawa yung mga pulis, kawawa yung mga, di ba, yung mga, nag-aalala ko.
Ang problema ni Lecciones, may 12,000 pulis yun, hinahanap siya. May armado yun. Sa Quezon City pa naman yung bakuna, taga Quezon City siya, hindi siya yata makalabas ng bahay ngayon.
Question sa kanila reporter.
Okay.
From TV5.
Sino ang kapo ng ano? Sino ang kapo ng mafia?
Ha?
Sino ang kapo ng mafia?
Sino yung pinaka-head?
Ang core rather than head. Kasi hindi naman ho talagang criminal mindset. Ano yan eh, mga natakaw lang natakaw. Hindi naman hardened criminals yan na kailangan may kabo namin doon. Yung napapanood na sa TV. Ito mga mafia na white collar job ba tawag natin doon. So, criminals, no? Core. Ang core po doon, yung mga tinatawag na naturuan ni Manning Rojas. Ito sa Manning Mabeto, hindi naturuan ng kalawan. Ito yung mga naging apat po yan. Si Undersecretary Mario Villaverde, Undersecretary Jerry Bayugo, Undersecretary Lilibet David, at itong nag-retire na si Dr. Lloyd Chopson.
Ano tawag sa kanila? White-coated criminal?
Hindi ko po alam. I will let Atty. Ferdie file the plunder. Kulong kayo. Maniwala kayo. Magsunog na kayo ng dokumento sa palitan nyo na sino. Hindi nyo mapapalitan ang mga ibang document. Unless sunugin nyo land bank, unless sunugin nyo DBS, unless sunugin nyo ang, di ba? Ang National Treasury.
We'll take questions from
Okay.
Sagutin ko lang yung Dengvan kay Ariel. Yung sinasabi niya, buti na lang ang hindi nila pinilfair yung Viagra sa Cialis. Kundi hardened criminals talaga sila.
Okay. From TV5.
Atty. Topacio. Sino-sino po yung mapapailan ng plunder case dito? Yung
Well, ang persons of interest namin, siyempre, has to start from the top. Ano? Sino bang nagpa-release ng pondo? Sabi ko nga nung Senate, when our good friend Frank Drilon tried to stop me, but he failed, I talked to 2 former presidents. Hindi ko nasasabihin kung sino. Sabi nila, a release of that amount, 3.5 billion, can only come from a direct presidential order, whether written or verbal. Hindi ko sasabihin yung nagsabi sa akin na, pagka ganyan ang karaki, kailangan president yan. Yan. Pero hindi ko sasabihin kung sino yung nagkapalo sa akin. Hindi ko sinasabi ha. Ikaw nagsabi niya.
Okay.
So it has to stop from the top, and then, sino nag-advise na dapat i-release yung 3.5 billion? DBM Secretary. So, we cannot discount their involvement, but, of course, we will be fair. We will go where the evidence leads us. Sinasabi ni Pangulong Aquino, di daw niya alam. Baka nga, hindi niya alam. But sabi nga ni Senator JBS ito, that will not exculpate him one way or the other. I-evaluate pa po namin kasi hindi naman po kami Gabriela, mabilis ang Gabriela eh. Kinabukasan, nandun na, saka si Bobby si Hugo. Kami po, katulad ng ginawa namin in Delima, nakita niyo naman, several months, 6 months po yung case development namin.
Yung evidence regarding procurement of, meron na tayo po nun. Alam niyo po, dumating yung multi-dose, kasi po pag public health, pag gobyerno, multi-dose po ginagamit eh. Because of madaming pasyente, unlike sa private po, single dose. Yung multi-dose po, dumating January. Wala pang purchase request. Wala pang purchase order. Tapos, sinasabi ko nga po doon, yung pinadating nilang vaccine, mag-expire na September 27. Sa akin po, old stock yun. That's an old stock. It may be potent, but you don't buy an old stock. From the point of view sa manufacturer, na less than 18 months lang itatak, hindi niya na mabibenta sa market yan eh. Am I correct? Hindi niya na mabibenta yan. Tumubigla siya. Malamang nagkasoloyan pa yan.
I-add ko lang, if you base it on the date of expiration of the vaccines, it would appear that 3 years, di ba Doc? Sabi mo sa akin.
3 years
3 years.
Shelf life.
Ang shelf life. So it would appear that the vaccines delivered here were manufactured sometime in 2014, the same time that Secretary Garin visited Sanofi in France. So, wala ko sinasabi ha. Sinasabi ko lang, if you calculate back, parang ganun eh.
Attorney, yung papeles, tumakbo sa Malacanang on the same day, December 28.
29. Mabilis yung 29. Tsaka yung, alam mo, kaya ba't ka mag-release ng SARO? Last day of the week of the year. Di ba, the calendar year and the fiscal decision.
Last working day of the year.
Sino namang magtatrabaho sa gobyerno nun? Lahat yung nakalip.
We have to commend.
Approval, release.
We have to commend the Aquino administration. They worked through the holidays.
Ayan.
Para mabakunahan lang yung mga diba? Napakasipag. Dapat matuwid.
Joanna Balyaro po from Employer Government. Sir, in line with that, kasi di ba, these are savings po, di ba?
Miscellaneous benefit. It's a savings of other government handled by DBM.
Yes, sir, can they be bold in violation of the earlier
Yes, it's that.
tungkol sa law?
Oh yes. Kaya sabi ko sa kanya, hindi niya ba akong kilala ito, matatandaan niya. Sino ba itong Dr. Cruz? Pati yung SARO, alam. Sino ba ito? Sinabi ko sa kanya, forget, wala ba? Sabi ko, ito sabi ko sa kanya, ano to? Plunder to. Ito gamit ito, palusot lang nila galing daw sa syntax. Actually, hindi nga galing sa syntax.
Actually, when I first met him, akala ko binobola ako, so I have to validate eh. We have to be careful. Tama pala lahat na sinasabi.
Lahat
pati sa Sano.
Yung documents lumabas kay Senator noong December, binigay ko na sa kanya noong May 2017, about 6 months before it was. Tapos, di ba, ang point ko lang, Xerox copy po yun. Kasi ang nagbigay sa akin si Secretary. Secretary, certified true copy nito. Ay, dating ko pa siya, di ba? Personal, Secretary yun binigay. So, in-assume ko, correct documents siya. Di ba? And she was asking her for me how to wiggle out from this major problem. Okay, so I have the documents, I gave it to him. Then may tanong ko lang, ba't wala ka ng document? Kasi covert na yung ang ginawa ko. Si Secretary na-recommend kong sumulat kay Executive Secretary. Ako maghahanap ng connect para ma-investigan ng DOJ. Alam mo, gawin ko sa kanya, attorney, receiving copy ko, please receive. It doesn't work that way. Di ba? But there are official docs, I saw them.
Okay. We've run out of time. Siguro we have enough time for brief closing statements. Let's start with the Congresswoman Castro. Appeal siguro to the President.
Nag-appeal tayo kay Secretary Joke, no? Maganda naman yung intensyon ni Pangulong Duterte na talagang i-fulfill yung promise niya sa ating mga kaguruan. So sana bago siya humindi, gumawa muna siya ng paraan at hanap na siya ng ng pondo para pondohan po ang pagtaas ng sweldo ng mga guro at sana maisabay na rin yung pagtaas ng sweldo ng ating mga government employees. Overdue na po ito, lalong-lalo na at may impact sa talaga sa ating mga mamamayan itong trade. Kaya po, Secretary Jokno, sundin na natin si Pangulong Duterte.
Okay, Tony.
Nagpapasalamat lang po ako for this opportunity to ventilate yung aming side doon sa Joe Reyes. And again, we'd like to call on the President to vet more carefully mga appointees sa cabinet. Especially yung mga lawyers na may kasi, yung may mga baggage na dala, they should not be using the office of the President for personal gain. Marami po kaming nakukuha ng information. Not just Harry Roque. Hindi na si Harry Roque ang gumagawa nito. May mga ibang lawyers pa around. I'm not saying it's Alpanelo because we have to validate information. Pero yun ang panawagan namin kay Pangulo.
Okay, Dr. Cruz.
Ako po, ano po, dasal ko po ito kay Presidente Duterte. Pangulo, may sino pa kayo dahil lang sa excess abroad.
Overboard, ha? Overboard.
Ito po, overboard. Hindi po ito pag tinanggol niyo sila, 19 yan. Pero ang dami pong honest na empleyado po at opisyalis pa DOH. You want to show us your compassion for the poor people, ninanakawan po nila itong 20-40 billion a year. Swiftly. Health Secretary Duque. We trust him. Secretary Duque on the other side. Please ask them, your administrative officer, simple lang po ito, legal to prepare certified true copy of this service records para malalaman natin relasyon Kasi ang ano nila, kuning-kuning di ba? Akala nila, makikita po tayo pag sila second. Hingan po nyo sila ng last 3 years ng salin. Kasi, dalawa doon, may condo na. Yung isa doon, may red Everest na. Yung isang nasa tinatawag kong parachute, si Golden Parachute, may SUV na. Ito po hindi lokohan. Akala nila makakalusot sila. Nakalusot sila na naman sa inyo, nakapirma 3 appointment na hindi alam at pinagkait ang appointment dun sa secretary, incoming secretary. Diba lokohan na po ito? Tulungan niyo po kami. Tulungan natin yung mga mahirap. Yung po pakiusap po kay Presidente at Secretary ito.
Okay, Tony, short closing statement before we wind up.
Maliwanag na nag-commit ng culpable violation of the Constitution si Chief Justice Sereno. Napakarami ng ebidensyang mabibigat, documentary and testimonial evidence ng no less by the senior justices of the Supreme Court. Siyang lahat yan, plus yung retired justice of the Supreme Court, si Justice Brion, and Justice Maitas Marquez, the court administrator, and several officials of the Supreme Court and other agencies. Kaya mabigat na mga ebidensya laban kay Chief Justice Sereno, and ako ay nakatitiyak na siya ay mai-impeach at siya ay makukonvict at matatanggal ang mga katiwalian ni Justice Sereno dahil na nag-dive ng pagkalaki-laki ang kanyang trust rating at ang naniniwala lamang na wala siyang kasalanan ay yung mga abogado na lamang ni Justice Sereno. No? Pagdating ng hearing sa Monday, lalong mabubunyag ang kanyang mga katiwalian at kasalanan at ang kanyang mga violation. at lalo pang mapapatunayan ng doble-doble ang aking kaso laban kay Chief Justice Sereno. Maraming salamat.
On that note, let's wind up this Saturday's edition of our regular news forum. Salamat kay Congresswoman Castro, Ferdie Topacio, Dr. Cruz, at si Gadon. Thank you very much and we'll see you next Saturday.
Now,